I see vintage in your future.
Hi everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy and I'm here with my husband Noel. He's doing our cameras. And as usual, we have a whole vintage variety. But today is blue and white. So while we have a variety of items, a little bit of Delft, a little bit of this and that, it is all blue and white, a little bit of red and white just to mix it up some. And we have a surprise during the middle of the show at some point. So we're going to go ahead and just kick it right off. There is a coupon in the show notes. And the bin is full, so if there's anything you want to see, let me know. Always happy to pull it out. And if you do a pre-bid and I don't see it right away, just throw it in the chat, let me know. I do try to hop over to those as fast as I can. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get our first item pinned. We're going to switch over to our other cameras and we're going to get going. So our first item is a red and white piece, actually, to kick us off. And I've got quite a few of this collection. I only put one in the auction, but there are more in the bin. But this is a red and white. This is a historical plate. This is from the George Washington series. They're absolutely stunning plates. Love the red and white floral. This one depicts the birthplace of Washington. So it says at Wakefield, Virginia. So it's just a gorgeous red and white. This one does not have any chips or cracks. On the back, it just gives a little bit of the story, talks about George Washington there. This is Crown Ducal out of England. We're going to go ahead, and we got a raid already. Who is this? Jen's Finds. Thank you so much for raiding us. We like to run an item for less than what the cost is for our raid. So everybody, please go follow Jen's Finds. And we're going to go ahead and drop this item down. Normally, we would run it for 12. We're going to go ahead and start it at 5, less than half, in honor of Jen's Finds. And it is up and going. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great show. And thank you for bringing your friends over. Welcome everybody. If you're just joining, my name's Tracy and this is Zoe's Treasures. Today is our blue and white show. All right. So I took a little bit of liberty with the blue and white and threw in a piece of Tonala just because I think it kind of matches. I have only 2 pieces of this left from a recent trip to Mexico. So we're going to go ahead and run this piece. This one is gorgeous. I love the rectangular shape of this and the beautiful floral and the birds. This is signed Ken Edwards. Let's see if we can find that signature. There it is, Ken Edwards. I actually picked this up in the city of Tonala when we went there recently. We're going to go ahead and run that one. That is up and going. And that's probably the most liberties I took. Everything else is really sticking to the blue and white themes. And thank you for looking at that one. I'm looking from this next little picture here. There it is. I knew I had it over here somewhere. All right. Up next, we have a little blue and white picture. We really are going to stick with blue and white, a little bit of red and white. So this one is so cute. Look at that. This is just a tiny little one. Has a beautiful scalloped edge. And it looks like some castles and woods down here. Maybe the infamous courting couple that's down there. Now there is a call out on this. You can barely tell, but right there on the very bottom, there's a little chippy on the bottom of it. This one is made in Japan. And that's going to go for $4. Oh, hi, piece of work. How are you? So that one is up and running. Thank you for your bid. And Chapman, that's going to you. Thank you so much. Let me put this over here with the sold items so we don't get it mixed up. All right, so up next we have a wonderful Currier and Ives set here. Now, I think this is a coffee set. So to start off with, you get what I'm calling a coffee pot. It may be a teapot, but I'll show you in a second why I think it's coffee. No chips or cracks. You get the whole set, and this is the really pretty winter scene, and this is actually the the homestead in winter. So you get the great cabin, the horse-drawn carriage. The scene on here, oh, a little popped out there. The scene on here reminds me of the Amish countryside where we live. So you get the coffee pot, and then you get 4 of the homestead in winter. And I know that's 3. Where's the 4th one? Here's the 4th one. 4 homestead in winter coffee mugs with it. They are all Currier knives. Perfect condition, no chips or cracks. And that is up and running. We do have a whole variety of price points today too. So I have some really, less expensive, a few more pricier items, but we did, hopefully we'll hit all different price points and maybe find something within that meets your budget needs today. Let me just get this out of the way. All right, up next is another little blue and white pitcher. And this one I really like because the blue is like a very deep, dark blue. So it's not like the royal blue. This is just like that deep, deep blue. And it's so pretty with that floral. And then it like just stops and it's just classic up at the top. I love this one. No chips or cracks. Cute little handle going on there. This is 222 Fifth is who makes it. I'm not super familiar with that brand, but it is a very pretty little pitcher or creamer, and that is up and going. Okay. All right. Thanks for looking at that one.
Flash sale.
And look at that. Time for our flash sale of the day. This is something new we're starting, but we are going to just pull something out of the bin, run it for 25% off. And let me go ahead and grab it. Today is this vintage set here. Give me just a second. Let me find it so I can get that flash sale up and running if that's something you are interested in. And here we go. Normally runs for $45. We're running it as a flash sale. This is Wolf Ceramics. So all of the pieces are marked Wolf Ceramics, no chips or cracks, very MCM. You get all 3 pieces, 2 lotion bottles in the powder box. And we run that for 25% off. It's in the bin and it's going for 90 seconds. And that is up and going. While that is going, we're going to move that to the side and we're going to go ahead and go back to our auction list. Next item up on our auction list is a little tiny vase. And this guy is so cute. This is a little bud vase. It is the white with that paler blue kind of print on there. And the back is plain if that's not something you wanted to see, if you just wanted it to be white. It's a nice little piece. It may fit in a printer's tray. It's about 3.5 inches tall. And that's only going for $3. Thanks for looking at that one. Up next we have a piece of buffalo pottery. This blue is just so pretty. So this is a buffalo pottery plate. Just deep, deep blues. There's so much more blue on this than there is white, which makes it a little bit different. One of the things that fascinates me about having a blue and white sale is the variety that's out there. There is a little bit of staining on this plate. But other than that, there's no chips or cracks. We do have that buffalo pottery mark on the back. And we're going to go ahead and run that. That is up and going. Thanks for looking at that. Next up we have a set of 2 teacups and 2 saucers. This is actually new old stock. So these have never been used, but they are older. They are vintage. It is a vintage pattern, and it's Royal Doulton. And this is going to come with 2 of the blue and white saucers. I love, it's kind of a Greek design going around there. I just think it's so pretty. It is marked Royal Doulton. The pattern is the Atlanta pattern. And 2 of the cups trimmed in platinum. And let's see, I think this one still has a tag on it. Nope, that one didn't have the tag on it. It is new old stock. Never been used, so you get the full set there. Hi, Bobby. Hope you're having a good day. How is your weekend going? We're running this so you get 4 pieces, 2 cups, 2 saucers, $8, Royal Doulton. All right, up next is a Blue Onion design plate, because Blue Onion is just classic, the blue and white. You can't do a blue and white without having Blue Onion design. Let me move this out of the way. All right. This, so it's technically a plate, but it actually has like lifted, like it comes up here some, so it sets down just a little bit. Beautiful Blue Onion on there. This is antique Carl t-shirt, I'm not going to say it right. It's in the description. It's 10 inches. No chips or cracks. There is a little bit of staining on it, but not a whole lot. Very hard to see. We do have that maker's mark on the back. This is a highly sought after design, and we're running it for just $12. Thanks for looking at that. All right, up next we have a Delft piece, because just like the Blue Onion, nothing says blue and white more than Delft. And this is actually an ashtray, but it doesn't, when you look at it, you really can't tell that it's an ashtray. I think it make a cute little trinket dish. You can see here the dark blue, there's little indentations there, so you know it is the ashtray. But I thought it was really cute because it has the little clogs on there. You have the classic Delft windmill, and then on the back you do have hand-painted Delft's blue something. I cannot read the last word, with the number 04. So it is Delft. No chips or cracks. And that is going now. Thanks for looking at that. All right, next up we have a really big piece, so we're going to have to come back over and see me so you can see this piece here. Let me go ahead and get it pinned. All right, so we have a gorgeous serving platter. This one is a large serving platter. It's 17.5 inches. I don't even know if we can fit it all in. So if we go like that, you can see it there. Beautiful, the Blue Onion design on there. It is out of England. No chips or cracks, and then we do have the England mark on the back. I know it's kind of tiny there. There is a stain on here, so let's see if I can find it. Right here, so that is the call out. There's a little stain. I did wash this a couple times and just couldn't quite get that little stain out. We're going to run this for $15, and that is up and going. This would be, thank you for your bid. This would be so pretty to put behind like all your blue and white stuff, or even mixed in with your ironstone for a little pop of color. And piece of work that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we're going to switch back over to the other camera there. Let's take a look at a little red and white piece. This is a very different design than what we've been looking at with our blues. But this is a red and white reticulated, I always want to say articulated, I always get that word mixed up, reticulated bowl. And it has the eagle on it. And I just love the red and white on there. I do not know who makes this one. If we turn it over, you'll see there's some floral around the edges, but there's no maker's mark. So I don't know who makes it, but it's a fun little piece. 8-inch diameter. And that is up and running for just $5. My husband says it'd be great to put fruit in it. Probably would. All right, we're going to do one more of our red and white here today. And this is a piece of hen pottery. I have a lot of green and white hen pottery, but I didn't include it. We're just doing the blue and white and red and white. So this is a little baking dish. It is hen pottery spongeware. And I am going with the experts on whatnot. I've heard a few sellers say spongeware is the next trend. It's coming back. So let's hope that's to be true. There are no chips or cracks in this little guy. And that is up and going. Nice little piece of hen pottery there. All right, let's move over to a little teapot. So this is so cute. This is one of those teapots. I want to sing the song, like short and stout little teapot. It is just adorable. It has a little basket of fruit on there. Blue and white, no chips or cracks. It is in perfect condition. Cute little pattern on the top. And then you can see it is just sparkling on the inside. Another one, I'm not too sure who makes this one, but it's adorable. And it comes with your little tea thingy here. We're going to run that for just $8. Up and going. Now, if you're into minis and like to put things on your printer's tray, I have 2 mini items today. I am doing a mini show. I have it scheduled. I think it's my first show in March, my first Saturday in March. So definitely, if you're into minis, come check that out. But we have, look at how tiny this is. This is Delft. It is a little Delft teacup, a little tiny one. Now, the inside has some paint wear. I don't know if you can see that gold paint wear there. But you get this adorable little Delft teacup. And the little tea saucer, again, there's a little bit of paint wear on it, but there's no chips or cracks. And it is Delft. It's marked right there, but it's kind of wearing off. What a fun little piece to put in your printer's tray. We're going to run that for $4. And like I was saying, I'm doing an all mini show. I've been collecting minis. I have so many of them. And I'm looking forward to that first Saturday in March doing the mini show. Thank you for your bid. And piece of work, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, our next little mini here. And piece of work just got diamond, our first diamond. I'm going to stop right there because my husband's been waiting for diamond.
Welcome to diamond level.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. He is so happy. That's the first time he's ever got to use that animation. He's been forever making that animation. Congratulations. All right. And if you guys are getting levels here, if you are reaching any of the levels, make sure you're going up to the top, clicking on that crown to get the coupons. We do have coupons at every single level.
Congratulations, piece of work. She told me about it that on her show on Wednesday, so this is awesome.
All right. We have a little Delft mini plate. This one's 3 inches. I wanted to say it's a butter pat, but it is not. It's just shy of being butter pat size, but it is cute. Another one, it might fit into your printer's tray, 3-inch diameter. You can clearly see the little Delft mark on the back of that guy. No chips or cracks. And that is up and going for $3. Thank you for your bid. And Rachel, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, up next we have 2 tiles, and these are so pretty. They have a little chippiness to it, but I think it gives it, helps with that unique look. And they would just be fun to put into a vignette or add to decor. But we have 2 flowers, and I will show you both individually here since I only have one little stand. So real pretty on the front. And then the back is just, it's a tile. The other one is a little more chippier. So you can see It's a little chippier. The Butter Patch, sure, I will show those next. Let me get this running and I will grab them. And then you have a few little chippies there. But they are super adorable to add into your decor. $5, you get both of them, and they're up and going. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cough. I've been fighting a cold for days now, and it's kicking my butt. All right, Butter Pats. We have a set of 4 Butter Pats. Every time I show Butter Pats, I get asked to like show them stacked up so you can see how they're stacked here. They're all just a tad bit different and unique as far as sizing, but they are 3-inch diameter. Pretty like blue and white, almost like an oriental, like a willowy type look to them. Let me go ahead and get them pinned up there. I don't think I pinned them up. There we go. Now they're pinned. They are Allertons made in England, so every single one of them is marked Allertons. They do have some crazing. All of them have crazing. This one's like a little thicker. So see, it's the same design, but it feels thicker, which is typical for Butter Pats. So no chips or cracks on them, but there is some great crazing on most, pretty much all of them. So you get a set of 4, and those are up and running. Now they're up and running. Thank you for your bids. And piece of work, those are going to you. I love Butter Pats. All right, where were we here? Let's see, what is next? We have a little blue and white teacup. This one has like a Asian or Oriental type feel to it, but I really like it. And the reason I like this is because it's thicker than most of your teacups. It can almost be a coffee cup. And it's ceramic, so it has a heavier feel than your dainty teacups have. Did I pin it? I did pin it. But it has a blue and white on there with a little touch of red. And then at the bottom you get that little fun surprise down there. And you get the little saucer. It's almost like a bowl, but it is the saucer that goes with it. And that is up and running. Thanks so much for looking at that one. We have a set of Currier and Ives napkin holders, or napkin rings. Now I know that people don't use napkin rings on an everyday basis, at least most people, I don't think. But they are so fun. They can be used in so many different ways. I mean, you can put them in for decor. You can also put like washcloths and stuff through it, and it's a nice way to display them like in a guest bathroom. So this is the Home in the Wilderness series from Currier and Ives. They still have the little stickers on them. They've never been used. You get a set of 4, no chips or cracks, and those are up and running. Thanks for looking at those. All right, up next we have a little higher priced vase, but I think it's worth it. I love the shape of this one. So you've got this huge bulb at the bottom, and then it comes up nice and thin, almost like a bud vase on top. Kind of show you that opening, really thin opening there. So it's like a bud vase. You get this great scene here with all of the, like the willow tree going around it. No maker's mark on the bottom. Now there is one call out here. There's a little bit of like paint here. If I scrape good enough, I can probably get it off with my thumb. I did give it a quick wash, but I didn't really scrape. We're going to go ahead and run that. We're actually going to drop the price down a bit, and we're going to give that a run. This is 11.5 inches tall. And just, I think it would be so pretty. What if you just had like one blue flower coming out at the top? That would be so nice. All right, let's see what's next. Let's take a look. I have some random items too that I have not shown, or that I did not get a chance to list. So at the end, after I go through all of my auction items, I have a few random pulls we'll do. I have this teapot and I have the cups and saucers that go with it, but I'm going to do them separately, just to make it, because they're both a little bit pricier. So this is vintage Blue Willow Moriyami Japan teapot. There is one call out. There is a chip on the inside of that lid there, so you cannot see it when it's in the pot, but that is the only call out. It has a gorgeous, gorgeous print on here. Very antique-y kind of look and feel to it. This is definitely vintage. It is marked with that Moriyami made in Japan mark on the bottom. This is a very collectible. The Moriyami Blue Willow is very collectible. We're going to go ahead and run that. My husband told me to drop the price, so we just went ahead and took $10 off of that. But we have that teapot up and going. And then I'll give the cups a run too, just in case. Maybe you're interested in cups, but not the teapot. Thanks for looking at that. All right, let's take a look at these cups. So I actually have a set of 6. I'm just going to bring 3 over just for the sake of, I only have 2 hands and it's easier just to carry 3 things over. But it is a full set of 6 cups, 6 saucers. So it is the same design. And you get the dainty teacups. These have gorgeous crazing throughout. It is that same Blue Willow pattern. They are marked in Japan. Love that they have print on the handle. And then, of course, you get the matching saucers. Again, all that gorgeous, gorgeous crazing. And it is for a set of 6. 6 cups, 6 saucers. So even though I only have 3, the other ones are just sitting here on a shelf behind me. And those are up and going. Thanks for looking at that. The next one I have is a little saucer, and I love the print on this because it's so different than the print that we've been looking at. So it is a little saucer with the blue and white print, and let me get it pinned here. The actual name is the Fiber Globe Tree of Life. It's Walworth, England, 6 inches, and I didn't find a lot of these. I only found like, I don't know, a couple when I was researching. It is marked, so you have the Fiber Walworth, England on the back. No chips or cracks. And I like it because it's a unique like pattern that it's just not one that you see, at least not what we've been looking at so far. And that is up and going. Thanks for looking at that. Up next, I have these little collector's plates, and these are just really fun pieces. These would be a great way just to add a little variety into your blue and white. Or you could mix them up so you could separate them, put them in vignettes. But these are, let me get them pinned here. They're Enoch Wedgwood. They're Enoch Wedgwood out of England, and you get 3 plates, and they each depict a different career or like a different type of a person. So this is the peddler, and they are all marked the Enoch Wedgwood out of England. And then you get the sailor, and then we have the huntsman in the very back. So you get all 3 for $5, and those are about 4-inch diameter, no chips or cracks on them. Thanks for looking at that. As long as we're looking at plates and stuff, saucers, this one is Johnson Brothers, a name we're all pretty much familiar with. And this one represents the castles of Old Britain. So there was a whole series of these. I only have one of them. This is about 5.5 inch diameter saucer. It is a teacup saucer, but you could barely see that teacup circle in the middle. And this is Connerworth Castle. So it's a picture of Connerworth Castle. I have my phone, sorry. My phone is back here going, like my alarm's going off. I'm trying to turn it off. All right, let's see. Connerworth Castle. And it does say Johnson Brothers, England, Old Britain Castles on there. No chips or cracks. What is more Britain than a castle, right? All right, these next two pieces I think are my favorite out of the whole show. This is, and I hope I'm saying these right. The first one is a jam and jelly jar, and it is the blue Danube. My husband says Danube, but I'll show you. And if you know, you can put it in the chat. So this is a jam or jelly jar. I love the vibrant blue and white on this one. This is just very elegant looking. No chips or cracks. Supposed to be there. That's where you put your little spoon. It does not come with the spoon, but those are easily replaceable. And you have your little jam or jelly. Here is the maker on the bottom. There we go. And then we also have the underplate that goes with it. And it just has a gorgeous, the vibrant blue and white on this one. And that's running for $12. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just kind of moving down the list here, but I'm always happy to jump around. All right, this is the same maker, the blue Danube is how my husband says it. And it is the creamer, or a little pitcher, whichever you would use it for. I think it's a perfect size for a creamer. It's a little bit bigger of a creamer. So it stands 5.5 inches tall. Again, you get that gorgeous, just that vibrant blue and white on there. And look at that handle. It is so pretty with that. Just the shape of it is just so nice. And when you look inside, you get even that extra little touch of detail to the blue around the rim. No chips or cracks. It's upside down, but you can see the maker's mark there. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. And that is going. Up and running. Thanks for looking at that. All right, we have a set of 6 of rice eye bowls. Don't know if you guys are familiar with rice eye bowls, but they're pretty neat, or the rice eye pattern. Besides being blue and white, which is fun, you get the flowers on the inside. Let me go ahead and print this. Let me pin this. You get the flower on the inside, and then it also has like this great decor around the edges. And then you have a little bit of a different print on the outside. And then you see all the little rice. They're like, looks like little beads of rice. And they're see-through. They're like translucent. So when you hold it up, you can kind of see over here. When you hold it up to a light, those little rice particles there are like translucent. It's such a fun, just makes the bowls really fun. So you get 6 of them. There's no chips or cracks. They're all the same. And those are up and going. I do have some sake cups too that go with this. So I will show the sake cups next. Thanks for looking. All right, so the sake cups are either sake cups or you could use them as teacups. And another use, let me see if I'm just trying to pin them and then I'll pull them out and show you. Another use for them, they make great little condiment containers, or like to put your spices in when you're cooking or something. So it's a set of 4 of these. And they too have the exact same pattern, the flower in there, and they have those little rice, the rice eye on it. And you get 4 of them. And it is up and running. I always have like some type of little bowls around me when I'm trying to do stuff. Not that I do a lot in the kitchen. I am not a cook by any means. My poor husband. Thanks for your bid. And Vintage Deb, that's going to you. Thank you so much. All right, up next is a German set of salt and pepper shakers. Now, I got to tell you about these a little bit here. So the actual salt and pepper shakers, like a porcelain, they're gorgeous. You have the little mark on the bottom. I could not read all of it, so I don't know the exact maker, but we were able to make out the word Germany, so I do know that they're German. And the only thing, they come with plastic like tops. I do not like the tops. I would take them off, but it is up to you. But I would take them off, and I would put, like use them as vases, put flowers in there or something. But if you wanted to use it as salt and pepper, these are totally workable. They just screw on, and they open up. There's a little spring in there, and you have your little shakers. So you get 2 of them. One of them says salt in different languages, and the other one says pepper in different languages around the edges. No chips or cracks. One of the springs doesn't, this one here, doesn't spring as much as this one. Like this one will it's tighter than that spring. Just so you know. And they're up and running. Thanks for looking at that. Let's see here. Next is back to a Delft piece. All right, so we have this little Delft. This is another ashtray, but again, not something that really looks like an ashtray. It is a little clog. It does have a little indentation right there for an ashtray. And it says a name of a city here. I do not know, cannot read that, but it is Classic Delft. It is marked on the bottom Delft, so let's turn it around, Delft, Holland. But it could be a little planter. You could put air plants in there. You could use it for trinkets. That is up and running for $5.
Absolutely. We'll run 151 next.
Thanks for looking at that. Let's switch over to 151. What is that one? Okay, that is the Woolworth, the England one. Let me grab that out here. This one is so pretty. I was saying on this one, the pattern on it's a little bit different than what we have been seeing, and that's what drew me. That's what drew me to this one. So no chips or cracks. Gorgeous saucer there. We do have that maker's mark where it does say that Woolworth, England on there. And we're going to go ahead and run that. And that is up and going. 6-inch diameter on that. Thank you for your bid. And Megan, that's going to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's look at this next piece. This is a fun piece. This is just I couldn't resist putting it in the show today. So it is a little bottle opener. Look at that. It's a little cow bottle opener. It's blue and white. It has your typical Delft windmill on the front. Now, I don't know if this is Delft. When you look at the bottom, I can't see like any mark on there. But even the back is painted. It is so cute. So it's just a little bottle opener. He doesn't really, well here, I guess I can set him like this. It is porcelain. The cow is porcelain. And we're going to run him for $4. I thought it was adorable. Thank you for looking at him. I wish there was a way to figure out like to hang him. That would be so cute, just hanging up. All right, we have a piece of Hager pottery here. Blue and white Hager pottery. Let me find it. Here it is. So it's a serving platter. It is 11 inch. It is the blue onion design. No chips or cracks. This is in great shape. Beautiful serving platter. We have the back here. I think it's a little old sticker smudges that probably come off. You do have that Hager mark. It says 3203 if you are a collector. Made in the USA. Nice, substantial, good feel to it. Nice, heavy feel. And that is up and running. Just going to flip through and see if there's anything that I missed before I do some random items here. I don't think there was anything I missed. I think I pulled everything. So we're going to do some random pulls for you. Yep, let's go ahead and do some random stuff. All right, so we've got a few different random items. So the first one is this vase. There's not a whole lot of white, but I really kind of felt that it fit with the theme. And this is just so beautiful. It is marked D on the bottom, so it's a pot, piece of like art pottery. I don't recognize the D. I don't know who that is. It's in mint condition, no chips or cracks. Look at the florals on that. This is one of those ones that would go from winter to spring to summer. It is so pretty. It's almost like a bluish gray. And this is coming off black, but it's really a deep, deep, dark blue. We're going to run that for $5, and that is up and going. And let's see a height on that. It's about 6 or 7 inches tall. Ooh, I don't have my tape measure with me. Thanks for looking at that. All right, there's another one that I did not list that is very pretty. So this is a two-handled sugar bowl. No chips or cracks in this. You have your lid, and this is like the soft pale blue. I just love all the variations, and it has like these dainty flowers on it. It's so like feminine and pretty and soft. And you have a little scene here, looks like a pagoda, is that how you say that? With like a lake. So really pretty little scene. And the white is almost a creamy color. And it is made by, who makes this? Madison Bay Company. And we'll give that a start at $5 also. Thanks so much for looking at that one. We have two tinier pieces here that I'll show you. This is a little red and white pitcher. This is out of Italy. I don't know why it's coming across so fuzzy there. There we go. So it's a cute little pitcher. No chips or cracks. Has some red and white flowers. It is marked Italy on the bottom. And you got that fun spout. And that is a little one. I would say it's about 3 inches. Give or take, but just a little bit there. We're going to start that for $3, and that's up and going. Be another good one for your printer's trays or your little, like where you display your smalls. Pre-bid on 134, gotcha. We will go over to that. Thank you for letting me know. All right, let's do this one. So this is number 134. This is the Japan teacup. No, that's a real doll. You pinned the wrong one. Pin the other one, honey. Oh, I have 2 on 134. I accidentally put 134 in there twice. The pre-bid's on the Japan one. I got it pinned. All right, there we go. So we have, that was my mistake. I'm trying to go to a numbering system because it seems like it's easier for people to make requests, but I'm trying to perfect it. I'm human. So we have this great Japan teacup or coffee cup because that's a substantial size for a teacup, and it's ceramic, so it's like, it's not the dainty, like the dainty teacups, and that's why I love it. And I like the shape of this handle. Look at that. All right, and then you have this is almost like a bowl because it's kind of deep. So if you were to spill your tea or coffee, that's not going to spill right over. We're going to go ahead and give that a go. Thank you for your pre-bid on that. I appreciate it. And Almeric, thank you so much. Going to you. I have another little random item, just a random pull here. This is a little toothpick holder, and it has a pretty little boats on there. So a small little toothpick holder, about 2.5 inches tall. You can see here's some vintage toothpicks even. Look at that. You even get vintage toothpicks in there, made in Japan. So you can see the height of it once you put your toothpicks in there. So you have your blue and white on the front. It is porcelain, and it has like a basket look to the back. And nothing there on the bottom. And then the top it has just open for your toothpicks. We're going to run that for $3. That is up and going. Little toothpick holders can even hold like Q-tips, or you can use them as a bud vase. Thanks for looking at that one. Let's take a look at this teacup, our coffee cup. This one I'm calling a coffee cup. I'm not even going to call it a teacup because to me it's just too substantial. It has the most gorgeous crazing I have seen in quite a while. The whole cup is covered in crazing, and there is even staining and crazing on the inside. So if you are one of those people who like that crazing stain look, here it is. You got that in the blue and white, and you get the little saucer that goes with it. Not so much crazing on the saucer, but that cup makes up for it there with that crazing and staining. We're going to run that for $5, and that's going down. Thanks for looking at that one. All right, we have I've taken a tiny bit of liberty with the blue and white here. Williamsburg pottery. This is more of a tan, creamy color, but we're going to go with that. It fits into the theme. So you have a Williamsburg pottery mug. You have the cobalt, which is just your classic kind of mark of Williamsburg pottery. No chips or cracks. It is not glazed on the inside, so it's not one that you can use for actually drinking out of. This is more to put like, like some type of fake decor, like fake flowers or something in there. It is marked Williamsburg pottery on the bottom. And we're going to run that for $5. And it has that classic kind of like that salt glaze type look to it. Thanks for looking at that. Excuse me. Let's see. I had some red plates. Nope, they're not in my auction list. All right, so let's take a look at these plates here. So I have 2 red plates. They're almost a burgundy look to them. And I like the pattern on here. It's a boho. Well, I'm calling it a boho. I don't know if that's actually what it is. But it almost to me looks boho kind of pattern. There is some crazing. No chips. And it's called Indian Ornament, and it's made by TG and FB. Let me just take another quick look at my auction tab to make sure, because I thought I had these. Nope. I just want to make sure that I'm not listing something that somebody's already purchased. All right, let's see. No, I don't have. I could have swore I put these in here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give these a run. But you get 2 plates. They're good size. Let's see if I can find product. Let's see. Here we go. We're going to start that. $5 for both of those plates. Up and running. Thanks for looking at those. All right, if you are maybe one of my primitive friends and likes the kind of the rusty, crusty tin look, this is a fun one. So this is actually a set of tins or canisters. They are metal like tins. They have that rusty, crusty appeal to them. So another way of saying they're aged to perfection. But you get a whole set. So these are stacking ones. These are actually from Delft. So they are all made in England. There is a set of 4, and they stack inside each other. I don't know if we're going to get all 4 here on the camera, but you get the idea. You get 4 of them. There are various degrees of rusty crusty. Let me show you so you know what you're looking at or getting. So they are 4 stacking Delft tins. And we're going to run that for $5. You get all 4. You can separate them out, keep them together, but they have that rusty, crusty kind of tin appeal. Thank you for your bid. And Vintage Deb, that's going to you. Let me go ahead and just put them all over here to the side. Okay, what do we have up next? Let's take a look at some of the stuff we've already run. Let's see, because do I have anything? No, I don't. I think I've gone through mostly everything. Let's go back. And take a look. We're going to run this little Tanala piece. Again. This one is so beautiful. This is Ken Edwards. This is a brand new piece, actually. Straight from Tanala in Mexico. Love the classic Ken Edwards birds and butterflies. And it is this rectangular shape. And I like how the design just wraps around the edges. And it is signed Ken Edwards on the bottom. I've told the Ken Edwards story a couple of times, but for those of you who have not heard it yet, we'll go ahead and get this running. I'll actually drop this down to 15. That's up and going. So Ken Edwards was actually from Kansas, studied art, Japanese style art, and then picked up pottery, ended up moving to Tanala, Mexico, where he opened up his own pottery studio. To this day, is still there. And that's where all of our Ken Edwards Tanala comes from. So I think that was just kind of cool. All right, we have a Currier and Ives coffee set. I'm not going to bring every single piece out. I'll just bring 2 of the cups. But we have the little coffee pot. I think this would be a great hot cocoa pot too. So you don't have to just think tea, coffee. This would be perfect to put some hot cocoa in. This is the Homestead in winter. It is in mint condition, no chips or cracks. Beautiful country, snowy countryside scene. And then you also get four mugs that go with it. They are all the matching mugs. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Yep, they all say a Homestead in winter. So you get 4 matching mugs, Currier and Ives. I just put 2 out, but there is a set of 4 plus that pot, which it could be coffee, tea, hot cocoa. And that is up and running. One of the things I love about the blue and white is all the variations, all the different patterns, the different colors of blue. So you could do a blue and white and just, I mean, it's all so different. All right, let me see if I can find this. For some reason, I must have either skipped over this or I just didn't put it in. I have some blue and white ironstone here. Let's see if I can find it really quick. Oh. For some reason I'm not seeing it. Let me just I want to double check. I could have swore I put it in here, but I've done a lot of changes with my inventory. So I went through and tried to number everything and still trying to get that perfected a bit. All right. We have this ironstone plate. This is gorgeous blue and white, and look at the difference in the print. Like you have this great blue flowers on here. I love the swirl, trimmed in that silver. And this is royal blue ironstone, Enoch Wedgwood again, out of England. So can't get any better than that. You get ironstone and blue and white together. Let me get that up and running for you. And there we go. All right, sorry. Took me a second to click all those buttons. That is up and running for that plate. No chips or cracks. Thanks for looking at that. Let's take another look at this picture because I love the deep dark blue of this picture and how classic. To me, it's a very classy little creamer or pitcher. And I like that. It has a fun feel to it too. I wish I could describe it. It's like a porcelain, but it's lighter. Anyways, it has this great pattern on it. I just love the look of these flowers. To me, they are so elegant looking with that geometric circles right there. And this is 222 fifth, so probably a little bit newer of a company. It's not like a Nippon. And, of course, it just disappeared on me. I just had it. It's not the Danube creamer. Let's see. Here it is. All right, and we're going to run that for $5. No chips or cracks. Nice, pretty little creamer. All right, we're getting close to last call. So I'm going to show you like one or two more items, and we're going to go find somebody to raid today. Go see if there's any raid trains going on or anything. Thank you for your purchase from the bin. Oh, you made some offers in the bin, and you've unlocked gold, the road less traveled. Let me take a look at the offers real quick. I usually accept all the offers.
Welcome to gold level.
All right. And America Unlocked Bronze. Thank you so much for your offers in the bin. I went ahead and just accepted both of those. Thanks for making those. I appreciate it. All right, we have a little teapot here. And this guy's cute. Every time I see it, I want to sing the little teapot song, Short and Stout. That's what it reminds me of. But it's so adorable. Has a little basket of fruit on there. No chips or cracks. And I like the pattern on the top. I like how it's mostly blue on the top. Let me show you the inside. So then you have the inside nice and clean, the deep dark blue handle. And it's the same pattern on both sides. And you get this little tea thing that goes with it. See, I'm very technical. It's a little tea thing. I have no clue what you use this for. I do not drink tea. But it's a strainer. My husband's informing me. So you get the little tea strainer thing. And that is up and running. I think the only thing I did not show was this. We're going to show this and then probably go find somebody to raid, because these are fun. All right, you want to add a pop of color into your ironstone display or maybe some pottery display. We have a set of 3 tiles that are cobalt blue. They are stunning, but just to kind of like slip them in somewhere for a pop of color. You don't have to use tiles just as tiles. They can also be used as trivets, as like coasters. Again, you can just slip them in for a pop of color. These are made in England. I don't know if you can see that, but it does say made in England on there. You know, you can kind of see that. Yeah, kind of you can pick that up. But the color is gorgeous. The glaze on here is spectacular. You get all 3 of those for $10, and those are up and running. Thank you for looking at that. And we are going to run this one and go find somebody to raid. So this is my last little item here. It is a trinket dish. It is an octagon shape. It is made out in Taiwan. It is porcelain. It's more of a muted blue with some floral print and scroll print. Oh, sorry, this one's made in China. This one says made in China. I thought this one was the Taiwan one. It is not. It is beautiful. Mint condition, no chips or cracks. You get that same pattern. Again, it's an octagon, which is just a tad bit unique. A tad bit. And that is going to run for $5. And while that's going, I'm going to go see who else is on so we can go raid somebody. Let's see. Oh, there is a cottagecore raid train going on, Mr. Ornament, so we're going to go try to raid them. You guys please bookmark my upcoming shows. Check back frequently. New stuff every week. Wednesday morning, 100% random polls. And we do some flash sales, and we come back over here to say goodbye to you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your purchases today. Come back and check us out. We like to hang out with you guys. Thank you, Road Less Traveled. We're going to go raid Mr. Ornament. There's a cottagecore raid train going on, and I'm probably going to want to go buy something. So,
Honey, what are you doing?
Nothing?
oh, good idea. Road Less Traveled. Absolutely. That's going to be the perfect time for it.